pulling out of class. We did it ourselves. And so I did go to kind of a private high school because there were no high schools in my time that accounted for blacks at that particular time. And I learned a lot from my high school days that did have an impact on how I am today. It was a Presbyterian school, but they didn't try to get you to be a Presbyterian. They were just trying to educate black, and it trickled over to anyone, youth at that particular time.
So how did your high school experience impact you as opposed to some of your other experiences in life? Like, how did that have the greatest impact on you?
Well, it gave me. We were taught a lot of things that they don't teach in school today, and from that, by me only going to high school, I still had a good education that would help me to survive in my future life.
Wow. So what kind of stuff did you learn that you still use like to this day maybe, or that you've used like in recent times?
Oh yeah. Well, my high school days was similar to a junior college, really, to tell you the truth. And so we learned in my school. I learned English. I taught myself to write. I learned a lot of math that they don't even teach now. I think everybody use calculators, so they were using calculators. but we had to learn it. I learned how to congregate sentences. Then the other part, we did learn some biblical things because it was a Presbyterian school.
Well, they also had like nursing.
Yes, okay, yeah. They did have They had nursing that they taught there. They had agriculture stuff that they taught there. They had a business. I took a business course that was very helpful to me, and I also learned a lot of parliamentary procedures that the average people don't know even today. Mm-hmm.
That's really crazy, and especially even to think about having to teach yourself how to write, because I mean, even when I was growing up, and I remember like, learning in school and stuff, we always had like we could trace on this paper or have all these different resources, but to think about in a time where y'all were segregated and y'all had such limited resources and stuff like that, and they really didn't want y'all to learn, y'all really had to be that feel for yourself. To think about you having to teach yourself how to write is really like mind-boggling for me.
Well, now my thing about that, my mama did buy me one of those little blue tablets that had the ABC in printed and in courtesy, and I would practice just like I studied my lessons. I practiced writing numbers and writing in print and courtesy, and so that's the reason I say I taught myself to write, because I practiced that just like I did when I was studying my lesson. Now, one other thing I did, and this was just me, once I got my lesson for the next day, I would always go to the next chapter. And so I always stayed a chapter ahead of my class, because I didn't just study that chapter that I had homework from, but I went to the next one and I stayed ahead in that way. So it worked good for me.
Well, this sounds like you were very serious about your education, and I appreciate that, because these days, like you said, a lot of people don't want to learn, but I'm one of those people that really like to learn new stuff and just interested in learning new stuff. So it's really cool to hear about how all the stuff that they actually taught y'all, because half the stuff we learn in school these days, maybe not in like college and stuff, but in like elementary school and like grade school and stuff, is stuff that I really won't even remember or use later on in life.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you the last thing about me, and I'll let you go. I taught myself to paint and finish sheetrock. So I did construction work for me because I realized I couldn't go to college, and so I learned the trade, and I would recommend that to everybody if they would at least try to learn a trade. They can survive in the world.
And my granny used to tell me that a lot too, and my granddaddy, and I feel like back in those times, that's really what got a lot of people through, was just being able to have a skill that you could fall back on. And I do think that's important for us to have these days, because there's so many things. People are trying to start businesses and stuff, but that stuff's not always successful. So you got to be able to have something you can fall back on. So
Right.
I agree.
Okay.
Well, thank you. It was really great talking to you.
Okay.
All
Yes,
right.
back if you want that.
All right. Y'all enjoy y'all dinner.
All right then. Bye, Jasmine.
All righty. Bye. Love you.